Thanks for being with us for another Techstination interview. I'm Fred Fishkin, and today, a company that's been innovating with solar-powered lighting while doing good, Mpowerd, Mpowerd. Founder John Salzinger joins us. Hi, John.
Hello, how are you, Fred?
I'm hanging in there like everybody else, John.
Right.
Let's tell the folks a little bit, if they're not familiar with Mpowerd, even though we've spoken with you before, give us some background about the company. Very interesting.
Sure. So we're a B Corp and a benefit corporation. So we're held accountable by those in the public as a B Corp and by our shareholders as a benefit corporation to provide impact as well as profit and growth. We've been around for almost 9 years this summer. We've impacted about 4 million lives to date, and about 2.8 million tons of CO2 have been averted through our NGO deployments to 700 of those NGOs and nonprofits around the world. So basically our business model is simple. If a lot of people buy our lights at decent developed world retail margins or on our website, we use that to make our lights affordable and build capacity and help people through natural disasters around the world.
You started out with a little round inflatable light called Lucy,
We did.
Luci, and you've grown from there. So tell us about the kinds of products you've been developing, and then we're going to talk about the new stuff that you've got coming to market.
Yeah, so we've done a bunch of lights since then. We've done connected lights that tap into your circadian rhythm, that enable you to wake up even if it's dark out at the right time and help you with your jet lag. Those are not inflatable. They charge your phone. They're multicolor. They create ambiance. They're also a speaker. It's Lucy Connect. That's a Bluetooth light that we developed, not inflatable. We sort of reinvented the task light. And so instead of a sort of metal stand, we have a light called Lucy Core, which has an armature on it, comes off, has memory. It's a silicon steel-based arm that creates either a table lamp or you can hang it from the ceiling. That was last year. And so we continue to innovate. Right now, the inflatables have kind of hit their threshold. They're doing very well. Our best inflatable light is called Base Light. It goes up to 300 lumens. And then recently we've reached out to the public with some new innovations around our string light, which we've had in the past and has done very well, with a color string light. And our color string light, which I happen to have right here, is in the same disc that our regular string light was. It's portable, right? And it just sort of pops out into 18 feet of string light with these nodes that you can see here. And it's pretty simple. This will also charge your phone, by the way. It has a flashlight on it to find your way around. But then it turns into this sort of beautiful color, all these different colors, and you can create a wonderful ambiance wherever you are. And again, it's very simple to open and very simple to put away. And with everything, all of our products, they're compact, they're transformative, is how we like to consider our design. So you close it and it's done. And so that's our string light that we've recently taken out. And that's on the market now. And then the other product that we've about to launch in March, we're very excited about, is our bike light. We just felt it was really timely. Some of this was circumstance and some of this was us. Like sometimes it's luck, but the bike market has done very well recently. Obviously with social distancing and the pandemic, it's been really important for people to get out and get out safely. And, crowded public transportation has been a challenge, right? For folks that live in places like we do, which is Brooklyn, New York, Manhattan. So our staff is remote, but we still have to get out. And so a lot more people have been riding bicycles. And so why not add clean energy, right? A light to your bicycle. And so this goes up to 100 lumens. It has the strobe mode. It also has a back that comes off, which is red. This pops on. It's a magnetic modular system. We've tested it on New York City potholes. And so this just clips onto the front. This clips onto the back. when you put it, this clips onto your handlebar during the day and it charges here. And then it'll also charge on your DC current, right? So there's an opportunity right here, simple design, where you can charge it through USB. And so we're really excited about sort of making clean transportation a little cleaner. Why not? And so those are the two lights that we have coming out. We're very excited about those. The string light's already doing very well. We're actually out of stock, but we'll be in stock within a couple of days. That's always a good problem to have. And our bike light, that's going to fly off the shelves. We've gotten a lot of interest there globally.
And the bike light, you said, it's cleaner, but it also can make riding much safer. A lot of people around dusk or at night really become invisible on a bike, and it can be quite dangerous.
It's a good point. So a lot of new time bike riders, we'd say, right? Novice bike riders, people that haven't necessarily done it their whole life, especially for the commute. Some people still need to commute, especially first line workers. And so we feel like it's really important that you have a solid light, that it makes you safe around traffic, dark corners, etc. But again, for us, it's just about design and function as one. There's a wow factor to it. It's a wonderful bike to have, bike light to have. My 3-year-old son has figured it out, so it's intuitive design. But again, yeah, you're right. Safety is key across the board with everything going on.
Tell us a little more about the social good that the company has been able to accomplish.
Oh, sure. So we've worked as usual. We have our impact report on Mpowerd.com /impact-report. A little bit of a plug to the site, Mpowerd.com, so you can help with our business model, help us help others. We've everything from the fires last year, which seems like 10 years ago, in Australia and California, to multiple hurricanes, to working with large NGOs, to working with small NGOs. There's a young boy who we work with. I love to talk about him, Jaquil Jackson at Project I Am. He's 14 years old. He's out in the streets of south side of Chicago and globally, actually, not this year, but helping people with blessing bags for the homeless. And we give him lights, and those lights are paid for by our consumers, by corporations. It's a really nice ecosystem where we're enabling people. We're a vehicle basically for change. So we're able to really help people there, help others. And so for us this year, although, it wasn't as much of an impact as we've had in the past, because so many of our NGOs were working on COVID and PPE, we still responded. We still responded with major organizations and major retailers to help consumers and citizens. It kind of delves into what have we been doing, right, as a B Corp. And so a lot of things we've been doing are sort of social initiatives and taking responsibility for what I consider a failed public sector and an opportunistic private sector, right, to make a difference and be a vehicle for change. So one simple example is we gave Election Day, Tuesday, off as our own national holiday. The government hasn't done it, but we feel like it creates an opportunity for everyone to vote and not worry about it. So we think all companies should do it. And we're happy to report that we posted it, we shared it, other companies emulated it. This is the kind of opportunity that a small company can have with a larger platform digitally. Amicus briefs around, refugees, climate, such as, things like that, things that we find important. We've had 7 languages spoken in our office. We're a global company. We care about humans. We make products for human beings. So it's really important to make sure that, my family came here as refugees. I'm sure yours did, and everyone's did almost, outside of, indigenous folk. But we've done so many other things that we hadn't done in the past. We did tariff fights on taxes, where the government was sort of all over the place, and we worked with other companies and the Department of Commerce to make sure, our lights could get out at reasonable prices to build capacity in emerging markets. We've done a lot of things this year that we hadn't done in the past. And a lot of it has been around social change. We've always given our folks a few days off, paid leave. for impact work, 4 days. This year, we enabled that for protests. We think it's important to have a participatory democracy, that as a B Corp, it's important for us to have our employees be able to be citizens and participate in any way they can. And lastly, to our business model, we've pushed really hard with the B Corp community to make sure that, consumers know they have a choice. You can buy from companies that are helping the world, and you can buy from companies that aren't as helpful to the world and the environment. And so not only your vote this year mattered, but going forward, your choice on what to buy and whom to buy from is more important than ever. It's almost like the reverse boycott, support good companies and make the planet and the human condition better.
Tell us how the pandemic, COVID, has affected your ability to operate as a company. It's been a real challenge for so many, just sometimes even just to keep things going at all. But it's impacted the company, and as you've told me, it's impacted you personally.
Yeah, a tough time. Early 2020, January, February, March, 5 people at the company contracted COVID, myself and our CEO included. It was really tough, much tougher for our CEO. She had to go to the hospital, Sunga Jung. That was difficult, but she's made it back, as have I. I have asthma, so that was difficult, but she's a marathon runner. So if you think you can get COVID because you're in good shape and you'll be fine, that's not the case. She didn't fit, the elderly, underlying conditions, in bad shape, a man. She didn't fit any of the kind of criteria that has made it more deadly. And she still got it really poorly and had to deal with, real serious breathing issues, as did I. My little kid, who's 3 years old, got it when I got it. So if you think your kid can't get it, that was extremely frightening to go through. But we went remote. Everyone is okay now. Many of us have lost people we know because we are in New York. But the company's okay. We went remote. We're going to stay remote. We're not going to go back because, one, it's not safe, but two, why go back? Why add to sort of the transportation pollution, of the world when we don't have to? We functioned very well remotely. And as usual, I got to give a shout out to our team. Last year we were 14 people, now we're 16, and we've impacted 4 million lives. So they work incredibly hard. They care about the mission, the products, the consumer experience, whether you're buying in Target or Walmart or REI, or you're buying in Kibera in Kenya, or in Southeast Asia or in Thailand, et cetera. And so for us, very, very important to ensure that we do the right thing, not only internally, but societally, and then for our consumers, and create products that cause human beings to have the appropriate tools for solutions. We don't look at people as victims. We look at people as people that need tools to get ahead.
Terrific. And once again, the website, John, is mpowerd.com, MPOWERD.com. Is there a story behind that?
Yeah. So Mpowerd is a pseudo acronym for micro power design. So personal, portable products, power, in our case, solar, clean energy, and empowering, and design. Obviously, we try to create products that everyone enjoys no matter where you are on the planet, because then you'll use them more, right? And you'll make them a part of your life.
And you can find the full product line there and much more about the company. Again, the bike light, the Lucy bike light, is arriving in March. And
That's
I think
right.
the price is about $65. The new
You're
Lucy
right
color string light is about $45. That you can find now when it's in stock. And you can find many more products as well at Mpowerd.com.
Oh, jump on the website. We'll make it happen for you.
John Salzinger, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Well, thank you for the platform. We appreciate it.
Now this. It takes a lot of listening to build a better radio, and that's just what the folks at C. Crane have done. Bob Crane and his crew, nestled among the rivers and tallest trees in the world in Fortuna, California, have made a habit of listening to their customers. And that's just what they've done in building the CC Skywave SSB, the Swiss Army knife of portable radios. For everyday listening to AM or FM in the yard or patio or on the nightstand without having to drain a mobile phone battery, it's a great companion. But it is also a companion equipped for NOAA weather information and alerts that can be life-saving. You can listen to FEMA and Coast Guard transmissions too. Beyond all of that, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world. It's compact, easy to take with you, and built to last. The CC Skywave SSB. Click on the link at Techstination.com.